I worked out hard. I earned this. You didn't earn anything. This is one of the biggest mistakes that so many people make when they start a diet or workout program. They look at a healthy way of eating as punishment and restriction, and they look at going to the gym as punishment. This is the number one reason so many people are unsuccessful when it comes to working out in this country. They have the mindset of punishment around it, like it's I've got to instead of I get to. And they believe that eating something, whatever their thing is, maybe it's a piece of pie, maybe it's pizza, maybe it's a cold beer, they have this mindset that they need to earn it. And when I'm sitting down here and I'm going through life thinking about all these things that I'm not allowed to have, or I'm not allowed to touch, or I'm not allowed to do, the plain and simple truth is those are the things that stay on the top of our mind. And part of the reason this happens is our brain does not perceive the negative. When we say don't do something, we don't hear the don't, our brain focuses on the something. So if I say that I don't want to hit the trees when I'm skiing downhill, the only thing I'm going to look at is the tree, and guess what I'm going to hit? Instead of saying I need to focus on the path. And when I focus on the path, that's going to put me, guess what? On the path to my goals. I need you to wrap your mind around this, that you don't have to work out hard to have a slice of pizza. You don't have to restrict yourself to be allowed to have a beer. You've got to look at it and say to yourself, well, what are the goals that I want to accomplish? Do I want to have a certain performance level? Do I want to have a certain aesthetic? Am I looking for longevity and energy at work and in life with my kids? Because the plain and simple truth is those different goals may take a different workout approach. They may take a different diet approach. I want you to think about it like this. The sumo wrestler is absolutely a physical specimen. They are in great physical shape for what they do. Aesthetically, they may leave something to be desired depending on how you look at sumo wrestlers. But for those guys, they're not worried about what they're eating because they're not trying to get a six-pack. And so what you got to do is start with the end in mind. What are you looking to accomplish? Now, so many people, I've been doing this for 18 years. I've lost over 150 pounds myself. I've helped thousands of people through Soldier Fit in the Herd get in the best shape of their lives. And so many people, when they come through the door, they come through the door because they're unhappy with how they look and how they feel. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with getting to a point in your life where you say, you know what, I want to turn this around. I want to see better outcomes. But what you have to understand is you didn't get there overnight. And an extreme workout and an extreme diet isn't going to get you to where you want to be overnight. As a matter of fact, so often I see so many men that come back into the gym, especially in their mid-40s. They're honestly really out of shape. They haven't worked out. They haven't exercised or trained in maybe decades. They're 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight. And then they try to go back in and do what they remember doing when they played a high school or collegiate sport. And it just sets you up for failure. You've got to put your ego aside. And more importantly, if you're not properly fueling your body, you're just going to increase the risk that you're going to injure yourself. You don't want to try to slide into high intensity training on a low calorie diet that is detrimentally low. We obviously need to be in a caloric deficit, but so many people take that too far and they don't eat enough calories to sustain what they're trying to accomplish. Now, what we see here is that if this process becomes miserable for you, you're not going to stick with it. And so many people go to the gym, and part of the reason why they are sore for so many days after that workout is one, they went way too hard out the gate. They overdid it by a country mile, but not only did they overdo it in the workout, they underdid it when it came to diet and nutrition. And if we're not properly fueling our body cannot heal. And so that pain you're experiencing, that DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, that is coming because of the micro trauma you've done to your body during the exercise, during the training session. And you need to properly replenish your carbs in the form of muscle glycogen. You need to get the protein, the aminos in there so they can start rebuilding the muscle tissue. You need to fuel your body. A bad diet is always going to sabotage your performance. Now, this again goes back to what goals are we talking about? It can affect you if your goal is to hit a certain milestone, maybe a certain 1 rep bench, squat, or deadlift. It can affect you negatively if you're trying to perform on the mats in a combat sport like Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or wrestling or kickboxing. And it can absolutely hinder your results if you are trying to get a certain aesthetic. So many guys come in here, and one of the things that they're messing up is they're not getting enough protein, they're not getting enough calories to at least maintain their muscle mass while they are in that deficit. And when we start messing with our muscle mass, all we know is going to happen is our metabolism is going to tank. You've got to have an identity shift in order to be successful. You have to stop looking at this as something that you need to restrict. You need to start looking at this with a growth mindset, one that says that I need to fuel my body in order to be able to perform. Food is not my enemy, it's literally fuel. That is what's going to allow me to show up, perform not only in the gym, but in life. So many people are exhausted because honestly, they don't have enough calories to work the job they're doing, keep up with their kids, show up socially, and get a hard workout session in. So we have to shift our mindset away from the things that we can't do. We must stop saying that I can't have a cookie. You can absolutely have a cookie. The truth is, the best time to have a cookie is immediately after your workout, and take that with a fast digesting protein drink. You can have a cookie literally every day you work out. It's not going to kill your outcomes. Now, maybe if you're like, hey, I need to step on stage, I'm gonna wear my little brother's banana hammock, I need to be 3-4% body fat. Yeah, that's a completely different scenario. Again, what is the goal? What is the outcome you're looking for? But if you're a middle-aged man that's simply looking to lose 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, that one cookie immediately after you work out, when paired with a protein drink, is not going to derail that goal at all. As a matter of fact, for a lot of you, it's going to help. So how do we get past this? Number one, stop focusing on what you can't have. When you have this scarcity mindset, it just makes this entire process miserable. It does the exact opposite. It keeps the thing that you say you can't have at the top of your mind, thus making you want it more. And that's going to just leave you in a state where this is just going to be a miserable experience. Tip number two, you've got to ditch the all or nothing approach. This right here is why I hate fad diets. It's why I'm not a fan of keto. I'm not a fan of carnivore. I'm not a fan of any type of diet that says you can only have one macronutrient or you can only eat in this way. Because when you make that type of commitment to yourself and invariably fall short, because you're going to find yourself in a restaurant or a place where you're not going to be able to stick to it 100%, this leads to that feeling of failure again. And when you feel like you fail, especially if you have no history, no track record of success with nutrition or meal plans, it's only going to lead to a downward spiral that causes you to give up again. Just focus on eating clean 80% of the time. 80% of the time. 20% having a meal that is not honestly super nutritious, not dense in vitamins and minerals, is not going to derail you. And you can absolutely have that one Big Mac. You can absolutely have that one time of fries. You can absolutely have that one Coca-Cola. Whatever it is for you that gives you that feeling of yes, it's okay to have it. Again, we have to shift our mindset from I cannot have this to I am making a healthy choice and I'm going to choose it in moderation. Eliminate the term cheat meal. Again, this takes us back to there is this good and there is this bad. The reality is everything in moderation is okay. So if you stop looking at it as I'm having a cheat meal, then we don't put this big onus on it. We don't have any guilt around it. Because as somebody that used to be 300 pounds, I know the tricks your mind plays on you. You have no reason, no need to feel like it's a cheat meal. It's simply a meal that you're having in this day. And it happens to be a meal that you made a choice that you wanted to have because it fit within your macros. It was completely okay, and there's nothing wrong with it. Again, if we go back and we simply follow the 80-20 rule, 80% of our nutrition comes from good, wholesome sources, and 20% is just LIVEN. I'm going to have it because I like the taste of it. It brings a little bit of added enjoyment to my life, then you will be fine. At the end of the day, the truth of all of this is seeing a amazing, even rapid transformation in your physique is not actually all that hard. What matters more than intensity is consistency. So are you getting your daily movement in? Are you going to the gym 3, 4 times per week, every week? And are you eating clean 80% of the time? And my promise to you is that if you incorporate these things together and hold it over a period of 2, 3 months, 6 months, a year, you're going to be absolutely pumped with the man that's looking back at you in the mirror. If you have any questions about any of this, you need some more clarity, go ahead and leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer it. And if you're catching us on YouTube, please do me a favor. If you got any value out of this, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. But as always, my friends, keep living your life. Head down, horns up, salute.